Hi, fourth grade. We're ready for chapter 4. It's called Late for School. Uh-oh, Jack. Mom is stroking my head. Wake up, Jack. You're late for school. Come on, Jack. You have to get up. Samantha's already dressed. I open my eyes slowly. Yes, I'm late. My plan has worked. Last night, Rob talked Mom into making me and Samantha go to school today, even if I was sick. But I'm late. George Hamill and his idiot mates will be in class by the time I get there. I'll be safe, at least for a while. Rob's already gone to work, so it's just Mom, Samantha, and me. I knew Mom would let me sleep in. She always does after I've been sick. I hold my head and struggle into the shower. Mom is sympathetic. This is going to be the longest shower in history. Oh no, Samantha's thumping on the bathroom door like a maniac. What does she want? Hurry up, Jack. I need to go, urgently. You have to get out of the shower. I'm bursting. Jack, you'd better finish that shower. Mom knows that Samantha has a weak bladder. Jack, I have to go now. I'm going to go in your room. Samantha's banging and banging at the door. She means business. Okay, don't panic. I wrap a towel around myself and emerge from the bathroom clean and late, very late. Samantha nearly knocks me over in a rush. A giant moan of relief comes from the bathroom. By the time I'm dressed and arrive at the kitchen, Mom's special breakfast for sick kids is all ready. Oatmeal. Not the instant kind made in the microwave, but the big rolled oats kind cooked in a pot on the stove. Delicious. There's brown sugar, milk, and a dab of butter. This will be good for you, Jack. I slide into the kitchen stool next to Samantha, who's already wolfing down her oatmeal, and she isn't even sick. Her bowl is on the placemat I made for her birthday. I took an excellent photograph of Puss and had the photograph laminated on the placemat. I made up an excellent joke that's printed on the placemat. Samantha thought it was a very clever joke, and Mom did too. What do you get when you cross Puss with a kangaroo? A perfect jumper. Rob gave me my placemat. It's the back end of a 1964 Valiant with a chrome bumper, wide red taillights, and a license plate 000 Jack. I guess it's a bit corny, but Rob had it especially made for me, so I really like it. Hurry up and finish that oatmeal, Jack. Mom's washing the oatmeal pot at the sink. She doesn't do as good a job at washing as Rob, but then Mom's always in a rush. I'll drop you both off at school. I'll be late too if we don't get moving. Mom's hair is fluffing everywhere as she grabs her bag. Well, I guess it's late enough now, so I move fast. My lunchbox, books, and the tennis balls are all stuffed into my bag, and I grab my wallet. It's got the front door key, bus pass, and emergency phone money to call Mom. Come on, Mom, Samantha. They're so slow. I jump 2 steps at a time down the stairs. Don't do that, Jack. You'll fall. I hear Mom calling out after me. She always calls that out. I jump 4 steps in one to get to the bottom. I'm aiming for a record. I think I'll try for 5 steps next time. Samantha can jump 3 steps at a time. Mom's car is a 9-year-old sedan that needs a new muffler. We sound like a farting elephant as Mom drives up to the school gates. I'm really, truly lucky that George Hamill is in class already. If you feel sick, Jack, you call me. Sure, Mom, as if I would call. Mom could lose her job, and then she'd never pay off the mortgage, and then we'd be thrown out of our home and end up on the streets, and then Rob would leave us because he couldn't afford to support us all. No, I'll never ring Mom, even if my leg is half hanging off, or if I have a giant nail in my foot, or if George Hamill smashes me to pieces. I shudder. George Hamill. Mom scribbles a quick note to my teacher explaining why I was away from school, and then she scribbles a note for Samantha saying why she was absent and why she's late. Samantha walks with me into the yard. It's not a good idea to walk into the yard with your sister, especially a younger one. You get harassed by idiot guys for that. Someone should tell them that half the world is made up of females, and guess what? A lot of them are sisters. Anyway, there's no one to see us, and I've got to face George Hamill soon. My head is aching. Samantha's chattering about Puss, who she loves, and Mr. and Mrs. Napoli, who promised to give us mangoes each this afternoon. Samantha adores mangoes, but Mom doesn't buy them often because they're too expensive. See you at the bus stop, Samantha. I'm glad you're better, Jack, she says as she runs across the grass with her brown pigtails bobbing and her skirt flapping in the wind. Big breath. My head hurts. Oh, that lava is burping. There's sweat on the palms of my hands as I stand outside the classroom door. Mr. Angelou's voice booms right through it. Open your math books. I can see Mr. Angelou through the glass pane in the door. He actually looks like an angel, a big, ugly angel. He's very tall with a round stomach. His head is mostly bald with a few tufts of thinning black hair, and he's got rosy cheeks. All he needs is a halo and a pair of wings, except he isn't an angel. He's tough. Mr. Angelou has been known to give kids 1,000 lines to write. I must behave. He gives detentions, makes you run around the field 50 times, forces you to stand outside the staff room for the whole lunch, and the worst thing, he calls up your parents. Mr. Angelou is tough. Sorry for being late, sir. I hand Mr. Angelou Mom's note. He reads it. Right then, hope you feel better. You'd better catch up on your work. Christopher and Paul nod at me. They sit at the same desk. As I walk past Anna's desk, she smiles. I'm not allowed to smile back because she's a girl. It's stupid. Normally I couldn't care less what everyone else thinks and I'd smile, but not today. George Hamill is sneering at me. I just wink at Anna. We'll see each other at the Napoli Super Delicioso Fruitologist market after school today. Wish it was the end of the school now. Mr. Angelou's bald head shines like an egg under the neon light. He looks like he really has got a halo. I must be delirious. George Hamill sits right behind me. Mr. Angelou assigned our desks at the beginning of the year, and there's no way anyone can move. Mr. Angelou turns his back on the class to write formulas on the whiteboard. Butt head, butt head, butt head. Whispers are coming from everywhere. I can see Anna. Her brown eyes are big and staring, which means she's worried. Me too. Christopher and Paul have their heads down working out the math problems. I think they don't want to see me. Mr. Angelou turns around quickly. Did anyone say anything? Dead silence. I'm going to be dead when the bell rings. I've got to have a strategy. Think, think, think. Right, okay. I'll grab my apple and tennis ball, race up to Mr. Angelou to ask him to explain the work I've missed, and walk out of the classroom with him. George Hamill and his mates won't have time to catch me. Then I'll race outside to the back of the bathrooms and meet Christopher and Paul there to play handball against the far wall. I look at my watch. Timing is everything. Okay, I've got my apple and ball. My head is throbbing. Noise from kids packing up. Butt head, see outside, ha ha. I race to Mr. Angelou, sweaty palms. He looks surprised. Explains the work I've missed as we walk together through the door. Run, run! I catch a glimpse of George Hamill and his mates from the corner of my eye. He's so dumb he won't realize I've got a strategy. Puffing, my chest is going to burst as I speed like a racing car down the stairs, past the staff room, over to the field by the bathrooms. I look around. No one is following me. I made it. I made it. Panting, I lean against the back wall. I look out from behind the wall. No George Hamill. Kids are playing in the yard. Girls are sitting in a circle on the grass. George Hamill won't bother them. I stuff my green apple into my pocket. Even the thought of it makes my head pump. That must be what it is, causing my headaches. No more apples for me. As Christopher runs across the grass, he calls out, "Have you got the ball?" I hold up the tennis ball, and then it's serious playing. I throw the ball against the wall, and Christopher slams it back. Paul isn't very coordinated and misses, making Christopher scoff. You're too slow. The handball game always ends up with Christopher and me thrashing it out. Sometimes he wins, sometimes I do. The bell rings. Christopher walks with me toward the classroom, past the girls getting up out of their grass circle. Are you all right? Don't know, Christopher. Christopher doesn't offer to help me, and I don't ask. Through clever tactics like walking in a crowd, standing next to Mr. Angelou, racing out before anyone else has packed their stuff in their bags, I survive the day. But something strange is happening. It's not even George Hamill anymore. Kids who don't even know me are calling out butthead, butthead, butthead. It's like a game, and I'm the target. I sit near the girls in the bus. Anna is 2 seats in front of me next to her girlfriend. Samantha is behind me next to no one because she's bringing home her artwork. It's a collage of branches, petals, aluminum foil, buttons, colored paper, and shiny nuts and bolts. Rob brought home the nuts and bolts from work. Do you think Mom will like it? Samantha taps me on my shoulder. Mom likes everything Samantha makes. I bet Mom puts it right in the middle of the table so that we can't see what we're eating tonight when we're eating tonight. I don't feel like teasing Samantha today. Mom will think it's terrific, Samantha. I help Samantha off the bus with her collage. Anna carries Samantha's bag and we move quickly away from the others. On the way home, we walk past the supermarket where Mom works. She always waits for us at the window. Once we stopped off at the park and went home another way. Mom waited and waited for us to walk by the window of the supermarket, but we didn't go that way. That afternoon, Mom left work early and ran all the way home and up the stairs and banged against our door crying. She thought we had been stolen or in an accident or something horrible had happened to us. She couldn't stop crying for a long time, and we cried too. Mom said we were the most important things in her life. We have never done that again. Even if we go to the park or to the Napoli Super Delicioso Fruitologist Market, we always wave at Mom's supermarket window first. Samantha and I run up to Mom's supermarket window and wave. Mom blows us a kiss before going back to work. Anna waits behind a tree and then runs quickly with Samantha's collage past the supermarket so Mom won't see it. Mr. Napoli is waiting for us with 3 big yellow mangoes. They are so sweet. Samantha is disgusting and it drips on her clothes. Mrs. Napoli runs to get a wet cloth. Nothing drips on Anna because she's used to eating mangoes. Afterwards, we throw a few baskets into the net at the back of my building. Anna really concentrates. She gets 9 out of 10 baskets. I only get 6, and Samantha gets 7, and my head feels a bit better. Tomorrow is the weekend.